ladies and gentlemen, to some more Iowa High School esports action. We're going to get rolling with round 2. We have Marshalltown facing off against Kennedy. Both teams taking the victory in round 1 of their respective sets. Marshalltown triumphed 3-0 versus East High. Kennedy, I believe, 3-1 against their opponents. We'll be getting rolling in here very shortly. Once the teams are all set and ready to go. Take a quick peek at the bracket here. As we saw, round 1, we had Marshalltown in the qualifiers taking Abraham Lincoln, and then in round 1 of the state tournament here, taking East High 3-0 to bring them where they've come. Kennedy in their qualifier took Crestwood 3-0, and then Dallas Center Grimes 3-1 in a hotly contested match here, the Reflex in Des Moines, leading us to this semifinal round of Marshalltown versus Kennedy. Both teams looking very solid today, not backing down. Great to see the action between these two powerhouses. Kennedy, a more long-standing team in the Iowa High School Esports Association. Marshalltown, however, in their inaugural season in Iowa High School Esports, showing up strong here. Teams are in the midst of drafting the map 1, I believe, and then we'll be rolling very quickly here. Get the lobby set and ready to roll here. Flip back, take a look at the rest of the bracket to catch you up on the rest of the action that's been going on. On the other sides here, we had Linmar sweeping Iowa Falls Alden 3-0 in round 1, and Ames and Williamsburg. Ames taking that match 3-1, another highly contested series between those two teams. So concurrently happening now, Linmar and Ames will be battling out. Linmar, the previous year's state champions, looking to defend their title. One of these teams will triumph here between Marshalltown and Kennedy heading to the finals. The other will head to consolation looking for 3rd place. Get them all figured out here as we get loaded in. All right, we'll be right back. Set you on intermission here. Be back with action in just a moment. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, loading into map 1 in this first set and series between Kennedy and Marshalltown. We had in the red Marshalltown High School, rolling our X-Darks Viper, Samurai Sam, Deeks, Chrisity, and Potato, facing off against Kennedy in the blue. We have Martini, Nightwalker, the Domo, Pixter, and Oo. Interesting to see what we see roll out these teams with the compositions. Busan Mecha Base will be the first point of this control map. Tends to be a rather brawl-heavy comp, which is what we see Marshalltown rolling out on. Looks like Kennedy does make the last-minute swap to the Rhine. They will match the brawl as well. Lucio and Kiriko on the side of Marshalltown. Facing off here. So look at these Reinhardt actions. X-Dart Viper closing in. The May wall used a little bit early. Doesn't catch anyone. See what happens here. Pinning out, a little bit of a disengage there from their Reinhardt. The Ryan, Kennedy goes down, Lamp goes down, turret goes down. Dicey situation here. X-Dart could probably push up that aggression. Does find the Domo with the pin. This Reinhardt running roughshod over Kennedy. Marshalltown with the first fight sweep. I definitely do favor looking for the cleanup on the Moira. Does force the fade, she will get away. I favor slightly the hero composition of Marshalltown in the red here. I think the Sim and the May, these tiny choke points, now that they've got control, the turret's set up above, it'll be very hard for Kennedy. The Shatter comes through, catches all four of Kennedy. Massive Shatter by Dark Viper here. And that'll be an easy fight clean up. They'll catch and stagger the Reinhardt a little bit late. He will go down. Percentage kicking up to 25 here. Kennedy swaps to the Junkrat off of the Torbjorn. That will definitely help them break these chokes a little bit more. Dark Viper will have to be a little bit more careful on how he holds the choke. Simwall here, a little bit awkward. Does block the Shatter though. Big ultimates coming through. Kitsune on the side of Marshalltown. The Moira ult on the side of Kennedy. Kennedy is the one coming through with the kills. Marshalltown tries to stabilize, but they will get walked over. Kennedy investing the Shatter and the Coalescence there. Somewhat surprised that overcame the Sim wall and the Kitsune rush on the side of Marshalltown. Big ultimates online for Marshalltown though. They're not giving any ground. Blizzard in the works here. Could be an opportunity for them to bust through with that. I wonder if they'll speed boost around right side. No shield. Window comes up and they will go down. Beat comes in just slightly too late to save the Reinhardt. They do get a trade on the May and the Junk. Baptiste does go down, but it will be in favor of Kennedy here. Did the turrets catch anyone late? No, turrets will not catch anyone late. Pretty convincing fight win there. Only the Baptiste wall invested by Kennedy. Very good ult economy win for them. Oh, and Blizzard was popped on the side of Marshalltown. I don't know if it got canceled. Marshalltown being sneaky, running underneath though. They get past the choke. Junk Tire coming in. Junkfire finds two. Big pin here on the side of the Marshalltown Reinhardt. We'll see if he can clutch up. Finding anything, but no. Instantly run down. Extremely tough match here. Once they've taken control, Kennedy has now equalized the percentage. Reinhardt looping around to the right. Not a little disconnected from his team here on where they're looking. I wonder if they'll look for a fast Shatter play. They need to break through. Pin comes through, wall comes through, looking for the Shatter maybe. Shatter comes through, lands on the May, does hit. They can get the burst on the May, but they don't. Just too much pressure coming in from Kennedy here in these chokes. And they will put Marshalltown back in the spawn room. These tiny choke points on top, on bottom top, and far bottom, just so difficult to push through. No ultimates available for Marshalltown. Simwall coming up soon. Blizzard on the side of Kennedy there, and they will pop it instantly. Huge Blizzard will catch both the Reinhardt and the Lucio. The Sim going down. Simwall does not get popped. Kennedy will take round one. Close play there, but the Junkrat swap coming through. The double main heals. Kennedy put down slight disadvantage early, but does reel it back in. Taking us here to Sanctuary. All right, we'll see what these teams come rolling out on. Looks like Marshalltown will be going with a Ball, Ash, Soldier, Lucio Kiriko composition. A lot more mobile, a lot more poke. Kennedy rolls out on the same composition as before, though, so we'll see what they come. We'll see Viper rolling out on the left side, scouting out the opponents. Marshalltown really doesn't want to be in this left room against the Reinhardt. I think rolling out to this side is a bit of a mistake, but if the ball can keep them back and disrupted, ball does get trapped, though. Very unfortunate there for Marshalltown's tank player. And Kennedy will run it down and chase down the rest. Teams often fall into this trap where they run their non-brawl compositions to this side and they run into a Reinhardt and they just can't match them head-to-head. I like the composition that Marshalltown was running. I think the swaps here are slightly unnecessary. They just need to play the open sides of the map here. Kennedy wisely playing this small room and choke. Marshalltown will look to just push right into them with the IAHSEA here. Pressuring point slightly. Good pressure forces the Moira fade, but Reaper fade is forced. We'll see if Marshalltown can break this choke here. This tiny room, an issue for the Junkrat spam. Kennedy taking good positions. Marshalltown just looking unsure of how to push through and take this here. Need to find some angles of pressure. They will wrap around slightly. It'd be nice if we could get their soldier wide here, but that Junkrat tire on the side of Kennedy will be coming online very shortly. Tire is on. Let's see if it gets popped here. Finds the Reaper, forces the fade, and the soldier goes down as well. Lucio caught somewhere else. Shattered, invested by Kennedy, and they do get the cleanup. Advantage to Kennedy right now, looking very strong. Marshalltown with some good hero compositional choices, but just not sure they're set up where they need to be. Big window on the side of Kennedy does get the cleanup. We'll chase down the Reaper as well. Reaper does get the pick on the Junkrat. That might give them a slight opportunity to get the regroup and come out on a 5v4. Looking rough right now, though. Marshalltown. Lots of ultimates coming online. Lucio looking for the touch, being a little more proactive maybe than he needs. Let's see what they can put together. Kitsune Rush comes out on the side. IAHSEA pushing in, looking for the ultimate, but she gets frozen by the blizzard and immediately melted down. This Reinhardt will run through the back line. Soldier stuck in his face, not where he'd like to be. The Reaper finds one, but is picked off by the Ash in the back line here, shooting and sitting here for free. And this will be Kennedy taking round 2, 100-0 in rather dominant fashion there. Well played by Kennedy. Now let's set our series 1-0. Kennedy takes round 1 here. Big play by the early plays here by Viper on the Reinhardt, finding a good cleanup, but it just wasn't quite enough for Marshalltown to hold on to their lead. Alright, we will be right back as the teams draft for round 2. Kennedy leads 1-0 in this best of 5 series. I think we're going to be seeing a similar setup. Actually, we're going to have Diva and Right, we'll be heading into round 2 here between Kennedy and Marshalltown on Coliseum. Push game mode. For those unfamiliar, both teams will have to fight for control of the robot here in the center. The robot will push this barrier through all the way to the map, up through the tunnel, up and around and across the bridge, and to the enemy's checkpoint. If either team pushes it all the way to the end, or whichever team has pushed the bot the furthest, when the clock runs out at 10 minutes, will take this map victory. Marshalltown currently down 0-1 against Kennedy. Dominant showing for Kennedy on map 1 of Busan. Let's see what they roll out with here on map 2. Kennedy's showing the Reinhardt again. A little surprised, as that seemed to work quite well for them. However, on the side of Marshalltown, we have a very poke, long-range, heavy composition. We have Viper on the Sigma. Viper on the Sigma. We have Samurai Sam on the Bastion rolling out. Big guns blazing. The Soldier of Deckies. Chrisity on the BAP and the Zenyatta of Potato. Martini on the Reinhardt. He'll be under a lot of pressure here. Marshalltown wants to keep their distance. Kennedy would like to get on top of them and brawl it up. We'll see what happens here. I think Kennedy will struggle unless they can get a good angle. Yeah, there it goes. Reinhardt burned down. Can't sustain at range. Kennedy runs. Disengages. Domo is picked off on May. So the side of Kennedy, they will switch immediately off the Reinhardt to a Sigma to try to match the long-range poke of the opposing team. The May will swap to Cassidy as well. So yeah, Kennedy definitely looking to match the long-range power of Marshalltown's composition. I definitely still favor Marshalltown with the Crucicity and Potato on Baptiste and Zen over the Moira Bat, with the Hanzo on the side of Nightwalker's Hanzo coming in right as we speak. Finds a good pick onto the Soldier. Dragon's coming out early. He's been putting in good work. Dragons will catch the Baptiste. Zen will get isolated. Pinkster will take down Potato. Marshalltown has to run. Bastion will get caught. Viper as well. Kennedy immediately with the compositional change. Good heads-up play by this squad. Not trying to force the brawl into the poke, but rather going, all right, we can play poke against poke. We'll take that matchup. Sigma almost finding Potato, tossing his orbs in there looking for the kill. Doesn't quite find it. Taking a good forward offensive position here, though. Barrier going down very early. A window comes through. Not much of an angle for this window. Immortality Field easily zones it out. Pinkster does get bulls down to 1 HP. Martini in an awkward position now. Gets rocked. Bashanol coming in from the skies. Won't find anything, but will split the team. Coalescence has been popped by the Moira as well of Kennedy. Coalescence just runs out. We'll see if Martini looking for his flux here. Rock is thrown. Good opportunity to flux himself now. No rock on the side. He'll look for... He's discorded though. Might get forced off. Will look for the flux here. Finds two. Both backline, but the trans is there to answer. Nice play. I believe Marshalltown lost. Marshalltown with their own flux online here. Very low HP though. Does get run down. And Kennedy finding the kills does clean up Marshalltown. Marshalltown struggling to find the answer. Does swap off the Bastion to the Reaper. Goes Lucio Ana. Full compositional change here outside of the Sigma. Okay, flips back to Sojourn and Kiriko. Kennedy changing nothing right now. Nightwalker's Hanzo here looking for big dragons. Does find the Sojourn, but big flux on the side of Viper here. They do take down. Visor comes through as well. Deeks on the Soldier, does find the Moira of Kennedy. Does get poked out by the Sigma though, might get taken down. 20 HP, living with a dream. Tries to find the Baptiste of Oo. Marshalltown though, does take that fight win with a nice Flux and Visor combo. Takes control of the bot. Oh, and a late pick by Chrisity onto Nightwalker's Hanzo. That will give Marshalltown a little more breathing room to push the bot back to their half of the map. Very nicely done here. Marshalltown a little hesitant here. They have a late pick, so they should be up 1 in this fight. Man advantage. Nice eat coming through by Viper. I don't think they realize they're a man up. Big High Noon comes through on the flank. High Noon does get the damage enough pressure to take down the Marshalltown squad here. Unfortunate. I think Marshalltown playing a little more hesitant than they needed to in that scenario, not realizing they have a man advantage. No ultimates on the side of Marshalltown right now, but Martini on the side of Kennedy with another Flux online with combination of the Coalescence. Oh, and an early pick by Martini's Hanzo. The Sonic Arrow. The Lucio caught unawares. Kennedy with the ultimates to punch this one in. The only ultimate online for Marshalltown is this Nano Boost from the Ana. Can't lose anyone early. They rotate into the open. They need this Nano Boost. Looking for Martini's Flux, most likely to initiate this fight. Big anti, though, on the Sigma. Can they take him down? No. Nice float around. He does get the Flux off, killing that. Sigma could have been huge. The Ana's going to get caught late. Needs to pop nade and heal herself, but no, gets run down. And Kennedy will push this in and close out map 2. No, Viper does touch on the ball, gets the touch. This map is not over. He will play stall on the point. Looking for his Reaper to find kills. Reaper, Wraith online, takes her on the flank, does take out Immortality Field. Nano Boost goes out onto the Soldier. Soldier looking for a kill. They do. The Reaper goes down. Nightwalker finds a pick. No angles here for... Oh, and he goes down. Soldier's picked off. Beat online. Lucio does get the beat off just barely. Will this ball get Minefield up? If ball can get mines, they maybe have a chance to clear them off the point. But he will get bursted down here, I believe. Does get taken down. Kennedy just whittling down Marshalltown one by one. High Noon is popped to zone them off the point, and Kennedy will close out round 2. Kennedy up 2-0 in this series. Marshalltown just slightly struggling. Small disadvantages here. Nightwalker very well played on the Hanzo. Finding kills and early picks when it mattered. Takes down 1, gets solid damage on the ball, and I think he will find the Ana here as well. Does find the Ana, finds the Soldier for a nice 3-piece. Lucio as well. Probably the assist coming in slightly late. That will put Kennedy up 2-0 over Marshalltown right now, taking us to a potential decider if Kennedy can close it out 3-0. We'll be right back, folks, as they draft map 3. Don't go anywhere. We will close out this series potentially in the next map.
Traveling to Route 66. Initiate.
Alright folks, we are headed into map number 3 here. Kennedy up 2-0 in the series over Marshalltown. Kennedy still in the blue, he'll start on defense. Marshalltown in the red, looking for their offense.
You said 2-0 in favor of Kennedy?
Yeah.
And you've already got a mark. Look at you.
All right, the team's rolling out here. Kennedy once again starting on that Reinhardt with a Tor. Martini on the Rhine. Nightwalker's Torbjorn here, the Hanzo player from previous game. The Domo on Cassidy. And the continued backline of Pixter's Moira and OO's Baptiste. Meanwhile, on the offense of Marshalltown, we have Dark Viper on Rhine. Reaper of Samurai Sam, Deeks Junkrat, Lucio of Precision, and Potatoes Moira. We'll see what these teams roll out on again. Marshalltown taking high ground, forcing that Cassidy out early. Good decision by them. No one's pushing the cart at the moment. A little bit of a potential misplay here, but the cart is now in motion. I like this move here, just holding this high ground, keeping Kennedy from getting any pressure onto them. Kennedy cannot push into this choke against that Junkrat. Marshalltown doesn't need to make anything happen right now. The Reinhardt's just swinging on one another. It's a little bit of an advantage, the Shatter charge for Martini, as he gets to swing on squishies and a tank, whereas he's the only one getting swung on. Marshalltown just chilled just slightly. They'll back up now, flanking around. They take the low ground though, needing to poke out the Torbjorn turret. The Reaper here, we'll see if he looks for a TP. Dueling the Cassidy. Poked out a little bit, and his Wraith is for Shatter online for Martini. Does land it on all 5. Huge 5-man Shatter for Martini, and he will clean up that fight. Absolutely massive play by the tank player of Kennedy. Yeah, and that all goes back to that play in the tunnel. Both teams set up in this tunnel. The Reinhardt, Martini able to swing and get hits on multiple of the Marshalltown players. The Torbjorn, though, pushed up a little far as he caught out of position. Not quite. His team does peel and gets him away. Shatter coming online soon. The Coalescence. Big engagement here. The window, very dangerous push into. Big Shatter, though, by Dark Viper. He returns the favor of Martini's previous play. And he'll run down this Moira, cleaning up, taking 3 for himself off the back of his own Shatter. Kennedy should be able to put together a touch here. Marshalltown sticking 3 on cart. Wise move by Dark Viper, looking to take the high ground. Kennedy is here. They might roll out low ground. Could be a bit of a mistake. Where's this Reaper set up? He's holding down the low ground here. Needs to keep his ultimate from getting forced. Need to be here to come in from Cassicity. Comes in too late. Does not save. Reaper might clutch with ultimate, though, if he catches here. Okay, lots of ults being popped on the side of Kennedy here. 1, 2, 3 ultimates. The Torbjorn ult, the High Noon, and the Moira Coalescence. And they will shut down that push by the Marshalltown side. Unfortunate, the beat by Lucio coming in just too slow to save Dark Viper. If they're able to hold Ryan with the beat, maybe they can pop the Reaper to win, but Shatter on the side. Martini once again and instantly deletes 2 with the Shatter and picks up a 3rd. And that'll be an instant reset. Kennedy sending Marshalltown back to the spawn room very quickly. It's a nice fight win for Kennedy, but it's almost too quick. That fight ended in 2 seconds, but they do spot the Reinhardt hidden over here, the Reaper hidden over here, excuse me. Reaper in a sticky situation. He does TP, he finds the TP on the Torbjorn. Oh, but he does get picked off. Maybe needed to pop ultimate here, but the Tire coming online. Tire comes through, but Tire is shut down. Marshalltown needs to reset here, invest nothing else, get one more fight. They still have 2 ultimates to 0. But Kennedy pushing up, they smell blood. They're looking to close this out with a late pick. Marshalltown just needs to survive right now, but Torbjorn Nightwalker does push up into the Reinhardt. The trade comes on the jump route though. Flying Shatter in, X-Star Viper. Huge blossom by the Reaper though, but he does get picked off. I think Marshalltown feeling the pressure of the clock there, pushing in, staggering out a little bit more than they needed to. I think with the Lucio speed, they could have been a little more patient. Waiting to find that good team 5-man stack. The Reaper trying to play sneaky, but did get found. Created a bit of a panic scenario for them. Kennedy now with a clear path to victory. All they have to do is push the cart through the end of point 1, and they will take this series 3-0. Marshalltown with a tall order ahead of them. We will see if they can hold. Of no doubt, it will be a challenge for this Marshalltown squad. We'll see what they roll out on. They're rolling out. Looks like they'll come with the Reinhardt of Dark Viper, Samurai Sam, a little bit of Mason action. And if Kennedy's picks here in the blue are indicative at all of what they will actually run out on, you'll wonder if they've scouted this out. The Farah and the Widowmaker on the side of Kennedy will be very problematic for Marshalltown to deal with. Marshalltown with no great hit scan or ranged heroes of any kind on their side. Looking at May and Sim. Sim will be near useless against the Farah. May, if the right clicks are on point, maybe she can land them, but it's going to be very difficult here. I anticipate this Farah going to be giving Marshalltown immense problems. She'll fly near uncontested here. Lots of range spam damage coming in on the side of Kennedy. Ryan a little bit pushed in, gets zoned out by the Farah, by the Diva. The only hit scan long range threat on the side of Marshalltown is the Ana. The turret's in a good position to put some pressure, but not sure it'll be enough there. Lucio comes up to try to help his May get away. May on cart gets caught out of position and picked off. The Widowmaker finds the pick on the Ana. Marshalltown unfortunately just getting run down. Fully counter-copped, but the Sim, who I stated will do nothing, does find the pick, but immediately zoned out and res. The ball at 1 HP. Late rocket does find Kennedy, just finding near the rock, paper, scissors win here potentially. Very difficult situation for Marshalltown. Will they get a touch? Rolling out left side. The Sojourn does touch with the Moira, but no fade, no jump, no mobility cooldowns on hand. This Diva, I anticipate a bomb tossed in the air, might zone them off the cart, but no, they will hold fast, stick to the mech. Ball does find one and the Sojourn the other, but it's only Viper alone on point, and the bomb, the self-destruct, will find the ball. Victorious barrage, and Kennedy will take the series 3-0. Nicely played by Kennedy. That will send them into the finals. Facing off against, I believe, Linmar, or the winner of the match between Linmar and, I believe, I'll have to check the bracket here. In the meantime, nice play by Dark Viper. Cleaning up for that early fight. Alright, it will be Linmar versus Kennedy. Kennedy heading to finals, facing against Linmar. Linmar, last year's Iowa State High School Overwatch champions, looking to defend their title here in Division 1. The consolation map, Marshalltown will go down to face Ames High in consolation for the fight over third place. Well played by both teams. Thank you for tuning in to catch the action. Stay tuned. There will be more high school Iowa Overwatch coming to you shortly.